The following is a presentation of Paola Sports Live. It's time for Panther Sports. On your new home for Paola High School athletics, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. This is Paola Athletics on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend. Welcome to week number 4 of the high school football season, and welcome to a blustery Ottawa High School, home of the Cyclones. Why wouldn't it be a little bit windy here tonight? A pretty nice night. Should be cool and crisp, but windy high atop here. You'll hear that a little bit on the microphones tonight. We will do our best. We're sitting up outside just here on the Ottawa sideline, and so just above the crowds. And so we'll deal with some of the wind. Doubt it plays a factor in this ball game, and I think it'll die down a little bit as the night progresses. But we are here coming off what was a very good night 1 week ago as the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A knocked off the then number 3 ranked team, Tonganoxie Chieftains. Paola Panthers 3-0 right now, 3-0 in the Frontier League here as they try to get another one here against Ottawa. A 35-28 win over Tonganoxie, a game where it was tied at 28-all going into that fourth quarter. Paola took the ball with 9:35 to play. I think it was 9:37 actually on the clock, and chewed up over 8 minutes on a 16-play drive. They capped it off on a plunge by quarterback Garrett Williams, his third of the night, with 50 seconds left on the clock. Just frustrating if you're Tonganoxie, and fantastic if you are a fan of the Paola Panthers, which I hope most of you watching right now certainly are. It was a dominant performance down the stretch for the Panthers as they win that game. Giovanni Blackie, 18 carries, 93 yards. Garrett Williams, what a star. We'll talk with Coach Dumper just a little bit about Garrett. 15 carries, 135 yards. He had a 77-yarder in that on the ground touchdown. 3 touchdowns on the ground. He was 4 of 10 passing for 22 yards and 1 touchdown. Not huge numbers through the air. Coach talks a little bit about the fact that they would like to figure out a way to maybe start to throw the ball a little bit more, perhaps. But right now what they're doing is pretty darn good, and I doubt we see much of adjustment, certainly with some of the wind that is whipping around there tonight. Isaac Brackner led the defense, 9 tackles, a good game for Jack Earlywine as well, as he had 6 tackles. He had an interception, which he took to the house, proved to be the difference for this Paola team, as they were that 1 touchdown winners and getting the win off of that 1 touchdown, and it was the defense that scored for the second time this season with that INT return, this time by Jack Earlywine. In that game, though, we saw one of the best players in the state of Kansas. He was on the losing team, but boy, he's good. Tyler Bowden finished that game 36 carries, 252 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So it's kind of, you can try to stop him. You can only hope to maybe control him a little bit, but they didn't even do that in that ball game. Certainly something I'm sure they talked about was wrap it up. We talked to Coach about that, in fact, in just a little bit. Their opponent tonight, the Ottawa Cyclones, coming off a 48-0 loss at the hands of the Spring Hill Broncos. So do whatever you want as far as comparing common opponents and all that stuff. We'll see if that plays a factor in this one. They did have a week number 2 win over a good Baldwin team, 33-32. Lost in their opening game of the season, a 55-0 loss to Kansas City Pipers. So see what you get with Ottawa tonight. They've been outscored 103-0 in their 2 losses, but they do have that 1 win on the season as they do come into this ball game 1-2 on the year and 1-2 in the Frontier League. Lots to get to here on the pregame show, including our extended chat with the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumper. We will get your starting lineups, keys to the game, get things kicked off here from Ottawa as the Panthers make the trip over here to take on the Cyclones. We're back with Coach Dumper. When we return, this is the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show. They are committed to providing quality health care to families in Miami County, serving Paola and the surrounding area. Comprehensive approach to oral care. Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. Learn more at ironhorsedental.com or call or drlaurasortho.com. And, of course, as always, we appreciate these guys more than ever. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. We're back with Coach Dimpert next on the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live.
Works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Welcome back to the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for another night of Frontier League football as the Paola Panthers make the trip to Ottawa to take on the Cyclones. Joining us now, the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dimpert. And Coach, boy, coming off a dandy of a ball game, we expected that to be a good contest between you guys and Tonganoxie, and it proved to be. As you kind of went back and reviewed that ball game, a one-touchdown win. What was it that helped kind of propel you guys ultimately to the victory?
One thing, it was a great football game. It was a really enjoyable high school game. It was played well by both teams. I was extremely pleased on how well our kids responded to adversity. You know, we didn't, after the Spring Hill the week before, we weren't quite sure that our kids were going to be that, respond in that manner. And, we went on a 9-minute drive. We got the ball with 9:37 to go in the game, scored with 55 seconds to go to win it. And that shows a lot of courage, plus a lot of character and a fair amount of execution when it mattered.
Yeah, you talk about that execution, and we've talked about him a little bit, and he certainly deserves all the praise he's going to get, but it showed probably the most in that drive was your senior quarterback, Garrett Williams, and his leadership and ability to operate your offense. Really throughout the game, conversion on a fake punt and then converting some fourth downs on some big runs. I mean, just how crucial was he to leading you guys on that long drive?
Oh, no doubt. He's the leader of our offense, and I've came out and said it a couple times that I think he is as good as quarterback as I've ever had here, and that's a statement because we've had some really good ones. And he makes good decisions. He doesn't lose his mind. He keeps cool. And he's athletic enough to get it done, and he's really, really smart. I'm very blessed to have him at quarterback, no doubt about it. And luckily, he's such an unselfish kid, and it's such a read-based offense. We literally had to tell him, I have gotten his ear and say, hey, you need to be selfish every now and then and run the ball. We like it when you run the ball. And the fake punt, the first time we punted, we thought we had it.
Yeah.
We saw it. And I just put that as bug in his ear. I said, I think the edge is there. And that's all it took. He saw it. He converted a great fourth down. It was very instrumental for that drive.
So that was a dealer's choice on that part. It wasn't a called fake punt. It was just read it and see.
That's exactly right. We practice it that way. It's one of our two ways that we punt, but that's part of that whole system is if the edge is there, go.
Yeah.
But you better get it.
Yeah.
It just better not come up short.
Right.
That's the offensive side of the ball, and obviously dominant at times in that ball game. Defensively as well, did give up the 2 touchdowns, down the stretch of that ball game, but got strong when you needed to. And obviously the pick 6 was the difference on the scoreboard, was scoring with your defense. That Bowden kid, you said it in the interview last week, is darn good, and I wasn't sure, but man, I was pretty sure after that one he's probably pretty good, but able to limit everybody else but him in that ball game proved to be the difference defensively.
Oh, no doubt about it. We did a great job on their tight end wide receiver Bond.
Yeah, he's good.
He's an outstanding player, and we our corner that matched up with him, Isaac Myers, had a phenomenal game. Really nullified an outstanding person, and the running back. We just didn't tackle smartly. We hit that kid too many times above the waist, and we needed to get down into his legs and tried to roll him a little bit. Gator roll is the term we use for it. And our kids, it's an easy thing to say. You get in the heat of the battle, you just tackle like you typically practice. So we missed some stuff, and a credit to him. That kid had great balance, had great leg strength. I'm impressed with how well he can take a hit.
Oh, man.
DJ. We hit him 3 or 4 times that most high school kids wouldn't have got up from.
Yeah.
And didn't even seem to affect the young man. Man, I was impressed with that.
Yeah, that was the key for me. I said it in the broadcast that, when he was on carry number 33 or 34 of the ball game, he was still coming at the same kind of speed, pick him up, put him down, same adjustment. I mean, yeah, he's a difference maker for sure, and certainly probably somebody to help them continue to be successful. But ultimately for you guys, able to get a win in a game that was contested from the beginning. You had not had that in the first couple of weeks of the season. Did you feel like that was the game you needed at that point to determine where you're at right now?
We needed that measuring stick. We needed to get tested a little bit. Getting back to the Spring Hill game, it has been a great thing for us. It woke us up. It made them understand that they are not invincible, that not everybody's going to be a 50-point win, and that you have to do the things right. You have to play with intensity. You have to be smart, all that stuff that every coach in the world has said. And sometimes our kids don't believe them. Up to that point, you got to remember, they went through 6 quarters where they had scored over 100 points and given up none.
Right.
And I was telling them this, and they were just looking at me like, yeah, right, coach. Sure, right. And now that gave it credence.
Right.
And then getting into a dogfight with a quality team. What I was telling the kids going into the game, it is a second, third round level playoff competition game. Yeah. That isn't going to end anybody's season.
Right.
So enjoy it. Understand the test is for what it is. And I think our kids played fairly loose because of it.
Talking with the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, here on the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Lohr's Orthodontics pregame show. We'll take a quick break. We come back. We continue to talk a little bit about the game with Tonganoxie, and then we turn our attention to the Ottawa Cyclones. We return here on the pregame show on Paola Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
So, what is love?
Love is being independent.
Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Welcome back to the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we continue to talk with the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert. And Coach, a lot of years of calling games and watch a lot of high school football and not see a game that had the level of competition as well as the level of talent that game had the other night. Just talk in general about what it was like to be in a big game like that with the kind of players that were in that game, that certainly multiple college level players.
Yeah, it reminded me, honestly, of the heyday of the Frontier League.
Yeah.
I think the Frontier League is gearing back up. The Frontier League has always produced one or two good teams every year. I mean, you're not going to come out of the eastern side of the state without beating the Frontier League champion, and that's just bottom line.
Yeah.
But now the depth, I'm seeing teams that are pretty darn good that are probably going to go through our league with 2 or 3 losses, and we love that. We love the challenge. We love what it's going to do for our team. It's just going to make us better and better and better, we hope. And quite honestly, and I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but when we play people, we typically get their best.
Right.
Because of our tradition. Our kids know that. They know they got to show up. They know it. Heck, we play more homecoming games than anybody you know. So our kids are aware of that, but we fully embrace the challenge. We enjoy it.
Well, you're going to get a chance on the road here, another one of those teams that certainly on paper you're going to walk in as a heavy favorite, but like you just said, you're going to get the best test. As you look at Ottawa on each side of the ball, what do they do, and what kind of has concerned you a little bit, and what do you guys need to do to get the win?
First of all, they've got some nice-looking athletes.
Yeah.
They really do. They've got size up front, both sides of the ball. We really like their quarterback, the McCullough kid. Their running backs, they alternate a couple of them. They got one that's even a freshman, and he looks to be very talented. We're going to go in the same game plan we do everybody. We stop the run first, hold up to the pass. They are a 4-4 type team, or a 4-2-5, however you want to call it. We're going to attack it like we attack most things. We're going to start out with see if our option can go, and then our power game with our ISOs and our kicks, and then we work off of that. They are, I think, much improved from last year, from what I saw on tape. They seem to be a lot more sure of what they want to do. And I know sometimes when you get in those seasons where it's not going your way, it's real easy to, look to try to change things. And I have rarely seen that work, to be honest with you.
Right.
If you're changing offense, defenses mid-season, typically it's not good.
Right.
And it looks like, they've got a scheme. They believe in it. You can tell they're practiced at it. We know that we're going to have to contain the McCullough kid. We can't let their running backs get going. We can't let them take the ball out of our hands, so to speak. They run a lot of empty, so that's going to test our secondary again. But we do feel like our secondary got better, and we're making the strides in the right direction. And with offensively, with us, man, it all starts off with our line getting off the ball. When our line gets off the ball, and Garrett's making the right decisions, typically we do okay.
Yeah, when your line's getting off the ball, it's different. It's probably a different look for those running backs all in general, because the hole is so much further down the field, right? So you're getting such a good push up front that they've got to know that as a running back and make those adjustments accordingly.
Right. Yes, exactly. We tell them, we ask them literally to run on blind faith. We're up close. We don't set 9 yards back. We expect them to hit it like we literally tell them, you shot out of a cannon. When you clear the line of scrimmage, then go be a running back.
Right.
Then run to the light. But until then, we are very much, if you're familiar with option.
Sure.
You got to have a mesh point that is consistent. You got to have paths that are consistent. And a lot of that is just how fast can you hit it. And Fletcher Audie is the engine behind the option. Right. When we get the fullback going 5 to 6 yards at a time, then we pitched for the first time in a couple years the other day and scored on it. Pitched to our left, and you will see us probably do more of that than we've done in the past, because we've got a kid that we trust to make those decisions and athletic enough to put it out there. We need to get back to throwing the ball a little bit more effectively, but We're averaging, I think, 120, 150 yards a game throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Or 1 or 2 touchdowns a game. I get beat up by a lot of people saying that we never throw the ball at all. People would be surprised on how well we throw the ball.
Yeah.
We're pretty effective when we do throw it. We just don't choose to throw it 30 times a game.
Right.
I'm an old defensive guy, and I like watching the other team's offense stand on the sideline while I'm grinding.
Well, it looked good the other night, man. It's still working for sure, and that was a big-time ball game and a big-time win. Let's try to get another one this week as you travel to Ottawa. We appreciate your time as always, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, BJ.
Head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, joining us here on the Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show. We'll take a quick break. Still to come. Keys to game, starting lineups, opening kickoff from Ottawa. The Panthers and the Cyclones tonight on Paola Sports Live.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Welcome back out here, Steve Brogan Stadium in Ottawa, the side of this Frontier League clash between the Ottawa Cyclones and the Paola Panthers. BJ Harris along with you, alongside camera operator Corinne Harris. We're going to settle in for this one as the sun starts to set to our west as an east-west running field. Paola won the toss, going to elect to defer to the second half, and so they'll be on defense. That defense, which has been very dominant at times. However, like I said in the open, did get tested last week against one of the top running backs in the state of Kansas in Tyler Bowden. And so we will see what Ottawa has to throw at this Paola defense. Again, Paola, the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A. They defended that. Bishop Miege miraculously has played a single game and lost it, and still number 1 in Class 4A. You can email your friends at any of the ranking sites that I went to, which I did. I have their numbers, and I texted them and told them kind of what I thought about that. Not that rankings matter, and if you talk to somebody like Mike Dumpert, he could care less about that kind of stuff, and he probably has his team thinking the exact same thing. But for media guys like me, I wish the Paola Panthers are going into week number 4 ranked number 1, right? And so do fans. But alas, we will wait to maybe figure it out on the field, hopefully later on this season. Bear with us on the wind. It is windy as heck out here, and that clock's going to be bouncing and popping around a little bit. The scoreboard will as well. It's our best solution for the situation right now as we are set up outside here. But gorgeous field, new field here at Steve Brogan Stadium in Ottawa. It looks like, Corinne said, looks like fake, like plastic, which it is, but it looks super fake, which it looks really nice. It's well done. Not sure who did it, but it is sharp looking, and we have a great playing surface here and good weather. Without the wind, to be even better. Without wind, the weather would be so nice I'd be crying right now. Here we go, opening kickoff brought to you by Hers Inc. We'll hear from them in just a little bit. Fletcher Audie going to kick this thing away from left to right as we watch here, and it's going to be returned. Maybe it's going to take a turn there at the corner. Follow the ball there, bud. It does bounce out of bounds. And it will be a penalty to start things off for Paola, as they will start when they set this ball at the 35-yard line. Fighting with the wind, face masks. You know, 2020. Wake a camera operator up. 35-yard line is where Ottawa will start this drive, moving from right to left in those red tops, gray bottoms. Paola rolling out in those sweet all whites. I'm a big fan of all white. Spread it out all over the field. 3 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Turn, ball loose on the ground. Loose ball, still loose. Paola going to pick it up on the first play from scrimmage. A fumble. That thing never ended up in the hands of the running back, Aaron Clevenger. He kind of got it up on his hip and then never tucked it away, and instead of securing the football, just tried to run with it kind of on his hip. Well, first contact knocked it loose, and just like that, a fumble on the very first play from scrimmage. As now Paola going to have excellent field position as they're going to start at the Ottawa 26-yard line. Well, they have their own miscue. It's a ball snapped over his head. He's got to fall onto it, nearly gave it back. Garrett Williams finally peels it in all the way back to the 40-yard line. And they snap over the head. That's going to be a huge loss. That's a loss of 14 yards.
Second down for the Panthers from the Cyclone 40.
Well, neither team showing their best here to start things. Paola going to start second down in a long ways. 2nd and 24 from the 40. Yes, hopefully we'll get a play snapped here. Play clock at 10 as Williams will settle under I formation. Deep back is Giovanni Blackie, and he's going to carry the pile forward for 4. And it will be second down and 20. Third down and 20 at the 36-yard line. Everybody bunched in there. 1 wide receiver, far side, Robinson. Run it down the line, Blackie again. He'll try to bounce out. Well played. Boy, that's really nice. And that one might go back, and we talked, and you heard Coach talk about Fletcher Audie. And how much he was a factor in that one. That time I think he might have got off his block a little early. And that blocker he was supposed to get ended up making the play. 4th down, they're going to go for it. 4th and long, flip it out. He's got his man Pitzer down the sideline. He's going to get what he can, but he'll get it up the 20-yard line. They weren't going to get much on a punt most likely, especially with this wind. And so go ahead and just flip it out there, and it will be a decent pickup.
Cyclones take over on downs, 1st and 10.
About a 12-yard gain on that one, and it will be not enough for a first down. Turnover on down, so we've had a fumble and then a fumble on the first play really for Paola, but they kept it. And now here's Ottawa spread out all over the place again. 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side, 1 man in the backfield. Straight drop for the quarterback. He'll let it fly, throws it up, and it was nearly another turnover, back-to-back nearly, as it's in and out of the hands of Isaac Myers. The quarterback is number 13, and naturally, or number 12, rather. Number 12, Noah McCullough, 6'2", 175-pound junior. A very young team, not a lot of seniors on this Ottawa squad. 4 in a 5 in a real rough count right there. And so an incomplete pass. As McCullough will settle under, turn, handoff. One of that first guy through is Clevenger. Not going to be a whole lot there, no gain, in fact, on the straight dive there to the running back. They give him 1 yard on the carry, so something, perhaps. McCall under center, 2 wings this time. He's straight drop. Now he's going to roll to his right, looking down there, thinking about scrambling. Here comes Audie on the hunt, and then helped out of bounds on a nice play there by Nick Walker for the Paola Panthers, and so it'll be a punting situation here for Ottawa, as they're going to end up picking up not much, maybe another yard or a half a yard on that one. And it will bring up a punting situation here for Ottawa, as they'll be punting from their own 11-yard line is where the punter will stand. Back to return it for Paola's Ryan Sloan, as he stands just beyond midfield. He's going to roll out. Now he's going to fake it. Fake punt. It's not going to do much. That is a terrible play call. Brought down on the fake punt by Demarius Bassett. And if that's a read by the punter was a big fella, number 30, Zion Wooden. And if they've scouted Paola at all, they've got enough team speed on defense to track that down. And deep inside your own territory, punt the ball away, try. I know the wind's a little bit, it's across the field. If you can get a little bit of a boot in it, it's going to be better than 1st and 10. And it ends up officially, I guess, being a turnover on downs, as he gets negative yards on the run. And now Paola's going to start. This has been a strange start to a game at the Ottawa 20-yard line. I think Ottawa should feel lucky they're not down right now already, as they've given them short field. We'll see what Paola can do with this one now as they take their time on that one. Turn, handoff, Audie. Hole off the left side. He'll drag defender across the 15 up near the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 on the run by Fletcher Audie. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. Williams under center. Turn, handoff, Blackie. Burst through the hole. Left side. Following his blocker, Audie. He's up inside the 5, up near the 3-yard line. As it's a gain of about 12, maybe 13 yards on the run by Giovanni Blackie. And they are knocking on the door now. Turn, handoff. Audie barrels forward. It's a 3-yard touchdown run by Audie. And they gave him that short field, and they made some quick work of it, did the Paola Panthers. And so with 8:46 to play in this first quarter, it's 6-0, PAT forthcoming. Hyde has been very good kicking the ball. And it will be up, and I jinxed him, but they blew a whistle. Nope, they're going to say no good. I think it might have got a little bit blocked. So they take a short field, go down and punch it in. Up 6-0, 8:46 to play first quarter, back in 30 seconds on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Three plays, 21 yards, 20 yards officially. Punched in on a 3-yard touchdown run. The big play, a 13-yard carry by Giovanni Blackie. 14-yard run by Giovanni Blackie. In that one that gave them inside the 5, and then Fletcher did the rest of it. Boy, back high. That's actually Audi kicked it out of bounds. It's back-to-back times he's kicked it out of bounds. And so Ottawa's going to start at their own 35 again. They started there to begin the ball game and fumbled it on the very first play. And again, just bear with us on the clock and all that good stuff. I told Corinne it was going to quit. Wind was going to quit blowing. Sun went down. I lied. I think it's intensified a little bit, frankly. Here comes Ottawa. We'll call it under center. Wingbacks to either side. Turn it on. Daquan Rogers just whipped his dude. I mean, he's on it. I mean, it was as much opportunity for him to grab the ball as the running back to grab the ball, as he just flat got in there. The big fella, 6'2", 310, just whipped him. And it's a 1-yard loss on the run. And it will bring up, I think that was the running back, Clevenger. Not much there, except for number 78, dressed in white. Pistol set. I can already tell you Ottawa's trying to do way too much. That would be number one thing here. Flip it out. They've got Clevenger. He's going to try to get out, and he's going to be brought down. That's a play. Should have been a bigger gain perhaps, but it is what it is. It's a gain of about 6 up near the 40-yard line. And so a pass to Clevenger, this time their biggest play of the game so far. So they fumbled on the first play. The second one was going to be a punt. They faked the punt. They get tackled, give a short field to Paola, and now here we are as Ottawa has a good opportunity perhaps to move the chains as they have it 3rd down and 5 from the 40-yard line. McCall under center, 2 wingbacks. The tailback again is Clevenger. Wide receivers to each side as well. Straight drop, now roll, look, pumping, letting it go. He's got pressure coming from Bassett. Tracks him down, can't pull him down. No help coming from Carter Stanchfield. He can't get him, and then back to the original line of scrimmage. The big fellows were back there hunting, and finally Nick Walker comes and brings it down, along with a little help from one of those big fellas. Is Daquan Rogers is there in his position. Boy, Bassett was the one that first caused that disruption, as he was the dude that was there on that side, just couldn't quite bring McCullough down. And it will be a punting situation here as he gets no yardage back to the original line of scrimmage. They bring in a different punter. Same return man for Paola back is Sloan. Roll him out, let him boot it, and that's what they should have done the first time. This would not be a 6-0 game perhaps right now if they had done that on the first one. And that is a great punt by Reese Fogel, the 6'1", 180-pound junior. Put that thing all the way down near the 5-yard line. I mean, that is a tremendous punt. That was at the 40 all the way down to the 5. That is a fantastic 65-yard punt. And I'm just telling you, that's an age-old issue. To just kind of overthink things a little bit too much, and fake punts down inside your own 30 are a bad decision. And this is a good one. 65-yard punt pins them all the way down at their own 5-yard line. Here with 6:27 to play in this opening quarter, up 6-0. Far side, Blackie trying to find a little bit of a hole. He is finally going to be upended on a good tackle, but deep down the field, as it's going to be run all the way up near the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the run by Giovanni Blackie. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line after a 15-yard run on the first play of this drive. They average around 11 yards per carry running the ball. Straight drop, for Williams. Lets it fly into that seam for Pitzer. It's up to the 40-yard line. What execution, a 20-yard pitch and catch, and that just looked pretty. Williams popping, looking, scanning. He found his guy. He wanted Pitzer. He's his favorite receiver, the leading receiver on this team, and a 20-yard pickup on that pitch and catch up to the 40-yard. They're making quick work of this one. Tied in this near side, Carr, wing near side, Blackie. Wide receiver going to go to the far side is Robinson. There's a wing to that far side as well. I believe it's Pitzer. And then Audi going to be the only one in the backfield. Williams faked it. There's a little counter move, and he dug it one side. Now he's in the open field. Down the field he goes as he's down across the 30, up near the 20. And is he going to go out of bounds? Does he tiptoe the sidelines? Perhaps he does. They're going to say he is out of bounds on that far sideline at the 5-yard line, maybe the 4. That is going to be a huge pickup, though, of 56 yards on the run on the carry by Garrett Williams, and they hustle to the line of scrimmage. And that was a beautiful play. Kind of counter, not really. He faked the handoff right, and immediately it went left. The running back never got there to get the fake. It was just a straight stick it over there, get everybody kind of leaning, and then cut back, a little bit of a counter, and able to get up the sideline and tiptoe. Thought he was going to go in. First and goal at the 5. Let him have it. He'll walk it in now from 5 yards, 4 yards out. And Garrett Williams did the rest. A 56-yard run and then a 4-yard run on the touchdown. And it is his first rushing touchdown of the night. He had 3 the other night. Now they'll come on to kick the point after. 5:20 to play. Boy, that was a quick work drive right there. Took a minute 7 off the clock and went 95 yards. How about that? On 4 plays. And now they're going to have to call a timeout at point after. That will make a, let's say, experienced coach like Mike Dumpert a little frustrated. He'll walk out to the sideline to meet them. We'll keep it right here as we'll take a timeout after that. 12-0 is your score right now, 5:20 to play in this one. Again, Paola coming off what was a just phenomenal, and there's a couple ways to think of it. Sometimes you have a letdown. I think we saw that in the fourth quarter of the Spring Hill game, a letdown going into a big game. Sometimes you'll see a letdown coming out of a big game where you're like, man, I'm glad that's over. Now we can focus and we can just kind of cruise a little bit. And I think we saw that in that initial drive a little bit by Paola, cruising a little bit. And I think after that they got it right. Boy, they were doing anything but that on that last drive. Phenomenal. 4-play, 95-yard drive, capped off on that 4-yard plunge by Garrett Williams. Here's the kick by Hyde. Snap back, holds up, holds down, and kick is up, rather. And this time they'll get it right. 13-0 is your score. 5:20 to play in the first. We're back at 30. You're watching Paola Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Catch that kickoff return. And it's going to be a good open field tackle there. I believe bringing that one down is Maxwell Douglas. Good open field tackle there on the kickoff return. And Ottawa going to start at their own 20-yard line, 21-yard line where they put this one down. Here with 5:11 to play in this opening quarter. Paola took that last one from their own 5, 95 yards on 4 plays. Took a minute 7 off the clock and capped it off on a 4-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams. And now back on defense are the Paola Panthers. Ottawa wide receivers to each side, wings to each side. Man in the backfield is Clevenger. McCall, the quarterback. Turn, option, near side, trying to find that edge. He does. McCall bucks out of bounds. A good play on first down for Ottawa as McCullough picks up. Man, a good run. They marked him out across the 25 up near the 27-yard line, and so that's going to be a gain of 6 on the play. And I'm a little old school, so in my head, you do that play again. I mean, run the exact same play. I don't understand what the problem is running the same play again. Or really mix it up. Run it to the other side. Who knows? See what they do here. Turn. Nope. Dive up the middle. Clevenger trying to pull up forward. Nice hard run by Clevenger. I think the ball came out. Ball came out as he was trying to get extra yardage. But I think his momentum was stopped. They weren't very quick to blow that whistle. And it came out. Boy, tough break there for Ottawa. I think forward progress was dead. If you're the coach for Ottawa, you're really wanting that one to be blown dead on the play there by Coach Hedrick. Would love to have that one back. Instead, it's a fumble. Man, tough break there. Straight dive was a good run by Clevenger as he just got it stripped late. And now Paola again with great field position as they'll start at the Ottawa 30 here with 4:57 to play in this opening quarter. Two wide receivers far side, high formation. The fullback Audie, the tailback Blackie. Straight drop, little pop outside for Robinson. Catches it up with both hands. Tries to split the defense. What a beautiful play. That just looked real nice. Really well put together. A nice touch on the ball. An 18-yard pickup on the pass to Robinson. He had a big receiving touchdown on the first touchdown of the game for Paola last week, I believe it was. The first one. I know it was him, and I know it was a good catch on a little corner out on 4th down. He made that catch. 1st and 10 now from the 18-yard line, 13-yard line. Turn, handoff, Blackie, followed his blockers into the end zone, touchdown. He had his hand right on the back of Fletcher Audie, and he led him to the promised land right up the hole. A 13-yard run by Giovanni Blackie punches it in, and the Panthers have scored 3 straight in a hurry as they now lead 19-0 with 4:36 to play in this opening quarter. That is a thing of beauty as the running back getting in there, putting his hand on that fullback's back and just letting him tell him where to go, and then as soon as he makes that block, cut off of it, you're into the end zone. The point after attempt is good, and it will be 20-0 here with 4:36 to play in the first quarter. We're back at 30. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Twenty to nothing, 4:36 to play in the first quarter. It's been all Paola since the first drive of the game. Near side return and knocked it out of bounds on the return by number 16, Jose Richards. And so Ottawa will start at their own 24-yard line. They had a couple of their best plays of the game, and they lost that last fumble on what probably should have been forward progress stopped. But they didn't blow the whistle, and so you got to keep playing, and he got it stripped out of his hands. Did the tailback Clevenger. And so shotgun now here for McCullough. He'll put it in the belly of Clevenger on the right side. He is met by a bunch of dudes. I know Jaquan Rogers held his man, and then Carter Stanchfield was there. And then filling the hole coming up in the middle was the Panthers' Leighton Moore. Man, 6'2", 190, junior. Good-looking cat. He's going to be a good one for them for the rest of this year and next year. Leighton Moore filling the hole there. That was nice. And it's a loss of 1. On the run by Clevenger. McCullough under center, wings to each side. This is kind of their base set. Option near side. That was their best play a moment ago. Oof. And he was going to break open. And then who comes again? Moore again. More coming down the hole. Also, Jake Carr coming there and getting in the action as well. It's going to be a gain of 2 on the play on the quarterback keeper. by McCullough. Brings up 3rd down and 9. 3:34 to go, first quarter. Here in Ottawa, week number 4 of the high school football season. Say if you take even money that you're going to make it to week 4 this year, I would have taken that bet probably. We're very fortunate to be sitting here any week, and especially grateful tonight. And a timeout going to be called by the Cyclones. We'll keep it right here. 3:13 to play. Again, Ottawa fumbled on their first play from scrimmage. Paola not able to do anything with it. End up turning it over on downs. But they have struck on every drive since then. And right now have this lead. I do encourage you, if this thing gets out of control, I certainly want you to keep here and watch it. And I know you want to watch your kids and do that. If you do want to just float around maybe during halftime over to some of our other channels, we are very fortunate to have partnerships throughout the Frontier League, as we are also the home of Tonganoxie Chieftain football at Tonganoxie Sports Live, Spring Hill Bronco football and athletics at Spring Hill Sports Live, and also Lewisburg at lewisburgsportslive.com. All those websites, springhillsportslive.com, lewisburgsportslive.com, and Tonganoxie sportslive.com. And if you're just interested in some Southeast Kansas football, Anderson County on the road taking on Girard. We're also the home of Girard High School football at girardsportslive.com as well. So if you're looking for some good broadcast and some good high school football, we encourage you to check them out or go back and watch them anytime you'd like as well at those locations. Back at it here, 3rd down and 9. Wings to each side. Shotgun from McCullough. Straight drop. Throw it over the middle. Nice play there across the 35 up near the 40-yard line. That is a good pitch and catch. A 15-yard gain, 16-yard gain on the completion to Colin Creech, the 5'9", 140-pound junior. And it is a, what did I say, 21? 16-yard completion. And so that's the biggest play of the game so far for Ottawa. McCullough under center. Turn, handoff. Clevenger, that mesh point is not real pretty right now. And there's Leighton Moore, Audie, Carr. Leighton Moore is having himself a ball game right now from that linebacker spot running downhill. Jack Earlywine's the other guy, has really played well. He had a pick 6 for a touchdown last week. That touchdown was a big difference maker for them. No gain on the play on the carry by Clevenger. And it will bring up a 2nd down and 10 here for the Cyclones. At the 41-yard line. McCullough, toss, near side. Clevenger getting his head across was Carr. That was well played. That's a tape. If you're Jake Carr's family, go grab that play right there on how to play D-end, keeping that outside leverage, working that tackle back a little bit, and making that play still. It's 2 yards deep. He got a little bit off the ball, but, man, that is a well-played down there by Jake Carr to get in there and make that play. It's a gain of a couple on the carry, on the straight toss there to Clevenger. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. Straight drop McCullough. Pressure coming Bassett. He'll step up into it. Now he's going to run. He's got outside. Penalty flag's going to bring it back, a holding. As Daquan Rogers finds himself on the ground. And a frustrated player. Good-looking kid, too. That's one of their good offensive linemen. Number 53 for them. I think it's 53 or 55, rather. Calvin Wilson, 6'4", 265, a senior. But I think he's going to bring that one back. That would have been a nice play for them on a 3rd down and a conversion. But instead, and that'll back them up. I think I know this officiating crew. These are some Southeast Kansas boys. Yep. That white hat, Michael Plotnick. I didn't know it until I heard him announcing without a microphone to everybody what the penalty was. It's a good crew. This will be well officiated for sure. Snap back. Rolling, looking. Let it fly. Had his man. He stroked. Let him out. Earlywine making that hit on the far side. Intended for that guy. Had a big play a moment ago in Colin Creech, but it is going to be an incomplete pass. And it'll be a punting situation now back at the 32-yard line. Tell you how long I've been doing this, kid, when I can recognize officials without faces, because they're wearing their masks, a lot of them, and still can tell by body language and who it is and by their voices. There's a good punt. Well, this kid can kick the ball, that's for sure. It's not a great field by Sloan, as he is just going to be lucky to get it out of bounds, and it will be some of the worst field position, although the worst field position for Paola is when they started throwing 5 and they went 4 plays and scored. So late field position is a real big issue. They're going to start at their own 36-yard line here with 1:02 to play in this opening quarter. 20-0 the score. That was by far the best drive of the game for Ottawa. And, boy, they were just a holding penalty away from really having a good opportunity. Toss sweep far side for Audie. Trying to catch that corner. Can the big fella get out there? He does. He keeps his feet. Good balance. That probably should have been no gain. Instead, it's going to be a nice gain for Fletcher Audie of, I believe, 9 yards. And they're actually going to give him 10 yards on that carry. Move the chains. Does the big guy. Up to the 45, 46-yard line. Robinson will split out to the near side. Tight ends each side. Audie the fullback. Wing will go in motion as Pitzer. Turn, handoff. Giovanni Blackie cuts through and breaks through the first line of defense. And then the big fella brings him down. It'll be a gain of about 6 on the carry by Blackie. Giovanni already with a touchdown in this ball game. Turn, handoff, Giovanni Blackie again, a big run. Up the field he goes, and he is going to take it to the house. I just said he had a touchdown. How about another? How about another one? And how about a 48-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie as he punches it in from out there, and they go 3 plays this time. They are quick work, as that will be the final play of the first quarter as well, as he will punch that one in from 48 yards. So we've had long runs of 56 yards by Williams. He didn't quite get into the end zone, but Giovanni Blackie does make this one. The point after attempt is good. And at the end of one, it's 27-0 rather. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Panthers go 3 plays. 64 yards. Cap it off on a 48-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie.
Cyclones short across the 35-yard line. Penalty flag on the play.
Personal foul face mask going to be against Paola. And it'll be good field position here for Ottawa after that face mask, and they'll start there. So it'll be second down and 5 here for Ottawa. As they'll start just across at the 43-yard line. Run near side for McCullough. Good foot in the ground. Step back, and he's got a big run down the field. Trying to get into the end zone. Does he? He does. And he'll take that one 43 yards. As they'll get on the board with 10:57 to play here in this first half on a big run. 43-yard touchdown run by McCullough. And he put his foot in the ground, made a great cut back against the grain and punched it in. And made it now 27-6. We'll see if the point after is good. Run out of time on the play clock. Kick this point after. 4 seconds on the play clock. They'll get it off. And it is a very good kick. It's a good kicker. And he'll punch this one through. Timeout on the field. We'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
How do you see the world?
Ha! At Shriners Hospitals for Children, we know that changing how you see things can turn them into everyday miracles.
Like riding my bike.
Breaking boards. Ha! Hugging my mom.
Every day for over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has been sending love to the rescue, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
If you know a child we can help, call or go online now.
.57 to play here in the first half. Ottawa striking back, getting their first score of the ball game. They'll have a kickoff here. They'll start the second half this way as well, as Paola won the toss and deferred to the second half, but deep 80s, 70s classic rock playlist here in Ottawa. Giovanni Blackie up the middle, trying to make a big return. He does across the 35, up near the 36, maybe 37-yard line, as Paola will start there with pretty good field position. Again, field position has not been an issue. And they have made quick work of drives here in this one. 37-yard line is where they'll start. They've had multiple drives go well over. One went 95 yards in just over a minute, right at a minute 7. Another one went 56 yards. 54 yards, 64 yards. I'll get it. Williams to the right side, burst to the line. Here he goes. And he is going to cruise to a touchdown. I mean, that is just too easy. That was straight option, kept it, and he was never touched. And he will take it all the way in for that one, as he goes 63 yards this time for a touchdown. Oh, he's got over 100 yards in just 2 carries on two of the carries he's had tonight. And That's a lackluster performance, to say the least, from the defense for Ottawa. That is just tough. I mean, not even going to touch on the quarterback. I mean, that guy had the football from the beginning all the way to the end. And had to kick it for Paola. And two really good kickers. And a 63-yard touchdown run. Oof. That's rough. As Garrett Williams takes that one in. 34-7 is now your score here with 10:38. One play. 13 seconds. So we know Garrett can run a 63-yarder in 13 seconds. I bet he could run it faster. He kind of, I mean, I've not seen very many times on a football field where a dude kind of pulls up at the 35 and just jogs the rest of the way. I mean, he was not fully running the rest of the way. He didn't need to. And it will be he had a 56-yard run earlier tonight that he got knocked out of bounds just shy of the goal line. Next play, he took it in. This will be his longest run of the night so far. So Fletcher Oddie going to kick it away. Creech, Reed, Cox back to return this ball. Creech going to try to handle this one about the 8-yard line. Near side return. Cuts back against the grain and brought down. Good tackle there for Paola. I believe tackled by number 42, Gus Wright. And Cyclones will start at their own 18-yard line. Here with 10:32 to play in this first half. McCullough going to go from the shotgun this time with Clevenger to his left. He'll put it in the belly of Clevenger up the middle. Carter Stanchfield holding his guy straight up and down, basically. And then a little help coming in from behind as well, as Jake Carr going to come in and make that tackle from that backside DN spot. It's going to be a gain of a couple, though, on the run by Clevenger. Give him 2. They bring up a second down and 8. Two wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. That same formation with Clevenger just to the left of McCullough. Turn, hand in, hand off, and ball's loose. Big Phillip strips it out of the air, makes the fumble recovery. It should be no. Are they going to say his forward progress was dead, or are they going to say it was a fumble? Stanchfield almost caught that out of midair. They're going to say his forward progress was stopped, and that's probably accurate. But Stanchfield, I mean, it should have probably been a loss in the play at the very least. I don't play this momentum was stopped there, but. And again, this formation, if you're going to run straight dive, and I'm not a football coach, but I've watched a lot of football, and I've been around it long enough. If you're going to run straight dive, you got 2 wide receivers on each side, way outside. That's 4 guys of your 11 that have nothing to do with the play. Whereas they keep 6 or 7 guys in between the tackle, and you don't have the numbers to block them. And it's not going to be very successful. We saw it right there on that play as well. Now they spread them out. Nobody back there. All the bodies coming at them, and it's underthrown, and it's intercepted. Put in his long situation on third. And a pass is intercepted. And Brock Pitzer's going to get the INT. I believe that was Moore, had an INT for a return in that first game against Bonner Springs. And Pitzer, who is a leading receiver on the offense, is a leading receiver on the defense now for Spring Hill in this game anyways. And so at 9-10, they turn it over. And Paola's going to have excellent field position. I want to grind this clock down at the Ottawa 30. And Williams under center. Turn, handoff, Audie busting through, dragging defenders, still dragging defenders. And he will drag them down near the 15-yard line up to the 16. It's going to be enough. And a gain of about 14 yards on the run by Audie. And It'll be first and in from the 21-yard line, or from the 16-yard line, rather. And they'll get him offsides, somebody offsides, either, on the defense. He'll just jump across. And so a free 5 here for Paola. They don't need to give them in. The penalties have not been a big issue, which has been good for Ottawa. Certainly a bright spot for them, and appear to be disciplined in that aspect of things. Two tight ends turn, handoff. Pitzer this time going to be the ball carrier, and he's going to rumble into the end zone. Touchdown. It'll be an 11-yard touchdown run on the carry by Pitzer. So he got the interception. He gets rewarded with the carry on a touchdown as well. And I think 4 guys have hit the end zone here for Paola in this first half as it's 40-7, 8:26 to play. They've had drives of 1 play, 4 plays, 2 plays. And that was a 2-play drive. After the interception, the PAT was good by Hyde, and that's that. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live. Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com. Well, Paola again make quick work of it. 2 plays, 30 yards, kept off on an 11-yard touchdown run by Brock Pitzer. He had the interception to set up that short field and got rewarded for it. 41-6 is your score after the point after was good. A low kick it. Ottawa's having a hard time handling that football. They're going to have pretty good field position, though. They'll return it up near the 35-yard line. And it'll be up to the 30, right at the 35, so we're going to mark this one. 8:22 to play in this first half. It has been all Paola. Well, the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A, you would expect that. And a team that's coming off a win over the number 3 ranked team a week ago that was a dogfight of a game. We got a gem last week, so football gods giveth and they taketh away. But got to keep playing. Always about getting better for the next one. McCullough, straight drop, run into a Clevenger, throw it over the seam. He's got his man, Creech, but he's separated by the ball. Garrett Williams dislocated that ball from the man as Creech had the catch. It was going to be a nice gain of about 13 yards on that reception, but Garrett Williams coming up from that free safety spot made the play. And it will bring up a 2nd down and 10. Call under center. Ball's loose on the ground. I said that mesh point has not been good all night long, and it has been not been good. And I believe it's going to result in a fumble on that one. So an incomplete pass on the first play and then a fumble on the second one. Not a great drive there for Ottawa. Is that just that mesh point has not been real good. He's kind of sticking it out there, and they want to ride it up in there. I see that, and that's a good thing. But sometimes when you do that, it's risky, and I think that was the case there. And so Paola's going to start at the Ottawa 35. And again, Paola's had awful field position, and they've had tremendous field position. It has not mattered. They have made quick work each time. It will be Williams going to throw it up down the field, trying to that down, just a fly route just right down the sideline for Robinson. It's going to fall incomplete. Yeah, I see what they're doing, trying to just mix it up a little bit, perhaps. And it will go to second down and 10. They haven't even had very many second and third down. I'm not sure if they've had a third down yet. They have not. They did on that opening drive. They turned it over on downs on their first drive, and they've struck every time since then. Have the Panthers. Turn, handoff. Giovanni Blackie bursts through, and he trips over a defender before going across up near the 20-yard line. He's going to be up at the 23, so it'll be a gain of 12 on the run by Blackie. As he's up to the 23, 1st and 10. They'll sit still. They're going to run as much time off the clock as they can here on this drive. Williams looking. No pressure. Plenty of time. He'll let it fly. Trying to go over the top for Bach Robinson. Robinson, what a catch. Trying to go over there for Bo Robinson. And, boy, I just wasn't sure that was going to get over. Kind of got caught up in it. But, boy, he just kind of flicked that one out there. A 23-yard pitch and catch from quarterback Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson. And, boy, that was a dangerous throw, but he just got it over the top of the defender, and then Robinson went up, high-pointed it, brought it down. What a play. And it'll be a point-after attempt on the way, and it is good. And they add to their lead here, 47. We've been down this road before in week 1. 47-7 is your score. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Well, if I was nitpicking, I would find something to complain about for Paola. They just haven't had any real good sustained drives in this ballgame. They haven't really had to. Everything's been on 2 or 3 plays. They've been able to get into the end zone. So it's a joke, of course. Into the belly of Creech. He's going to have to pick it up at about the 15-yard line. Spun down, and it'll be Cyclone football down around the 20, maybe 19-yard line when they put this one down. And so 7:15 to play in this first half. I believe they're going to put that at the 19. Call in there at quarterback. Clevenger that tailback. Double wing this time. More traditional formation. And he handed it off to Clevenger, and Clevenger got a face full of Bassett on that one. He was right in the hole. Bassett never moved from where he started that play. He was right there, and they ran right into him. And about an easier tackle for a D tackle you will never find, or D end. It was ran right to him. It'll be no gain on the play. Bring up a second down at 10. Wide receiver near side, one to the far side. 2 wings again. Call under center. Option, far side. He wants his wing back or pitch back Creech. He just never was able to get away from the defense as they tracked him down on that far side. Lucky maybe to get back to the line of scrimmage. He had Creech back there. Creech is going to have to get a little bit further out in front perhaps, but they're going to say a little bit of a loss perhaps even on that play. Loss of 1. Ottawa did score. Nice run by the quarterback McCall. I mean, it was a beautiful run. He put his foot in the ground and cut back against the defense and got down the sidelines and tiptoed and stayed in bounds. Got hit even late, was able to stay in, and it's a really nice play for them. long way away. Straight drop for McCullough. Lets it fly, and it is out of bounds. And it will fall incomplete in a punting situation here for Ottawa. So they will take a timeout. Will Paola here with on fourth down. We'll keep it right here. Paola again solidifying their spot as one of the top teams in the state last week in Class 4A. They're going to get a couple more chances, I think, to prove it here throughout the season. We'll tell you, we've got volleyball coming up next week. That darn fall sports schedule just never does want to be there when I go to ask for it. Find that thing. Paola getting ready to come back out on the field. There she be. Volleyball next week. As it's out of place there, but volleyball Tuesday, September 29th. Piper, a duel there. Be watching for that coming up next week. Back at it, trying to punt it. Now flushed, and he is going to be brought down, and Paola is going to have the ball back on a turnover on downs. I don't think that was intended to be a fake punt, just a miscue. And a good open field tackle to bring him down. On that play, I believe, was Williams. No. Yes, Garrett Williams made the tackle. So the punt didn't work. Because officially it's a turnover on downs. Coach not happy. Not surprised. And so, Paola, they don't need 10-yard fields, I can tell you that. As they're going to start at the Ottawa. They've started a lot of drives at the Ottawa side of the field, but none better than this. The Ottawa 10-yard line here with 5.5 to play in this first half. This is going to go from bad to worse. Williams, oh, nice play coming this way. And it'll be back-to-back touchdowns for Brock Pitzer as he rumbles in from 10 yards out. As he had the touchdown and an interception, then he had the touchdown a couple plays later, and this time after the failed punt attempt, short work, and we're over a half 100 with still just over 5.5 to play in the half. This is not an ideal homecoming, I don't believe, for Ottawa. Point after attempt forthcoming. And he'll kick it up, and it is good. We're back at 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
$55-7. Don't adjust your TV. That's accurate. 5:24 to play in this first half. Audie going to kick it away here for the Panthers. Turned at about the 8-yard line. Near side. Trying to catch the edge, and Creech will be taken out of bounds. Penalty flag way back at the 22-yard line at that near side hash. He moves it up to about the 24, does referee Michael Plocknett. It'll be a block below the waist. And that's not going to be good. That's not put them in very poor position. 10-yard touchdown run on the first play from that last drive by Brock Pitzer. Coaches are frustrated on the near side, certainly. I'm sure the players are as well for Ottawa. This is not a great start to the game for them. Hear that wind whipping around. I apologize. I'm doing the best I can with that. Much as I am not the internet expert in my own home, I am not the wind whisperer either. Ottawa going to start this drive at their own 15-yard line. Turn. End up the middle, not much there. They maybe get a yard on the play to bring up a second down and 11, or excuse me, second down and 9. 2 wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. No tight ends. Clevenger to the left of McCullough. Turn, handoff. Clevenger, big hole there. Got a good hole there and a good carry. One of their best plays of the night. It's going to be a gain of about 14 on the play, maybe 13 officially as they get it up to the 29-yard line. And that's one of their biggest plays on the ground. It's a big hole there. Got some young guys who have gotten into the ball game. It is a underclass for the most part all the way across the board right now for Paola. And they'll bust out with McCullough trying to get down that sidelines. Going to be a pursuit angle here for Earlywine. Can he get him? And he does finally get a hold of him. Probably should be a horse collar tackle, but Earlywine, one of the remaining starters in the ball game, has to track him down for the 5 backside. That's a huge run for McCullough up to the 30. So a 30-plus yard run, almost 40-yard run. By the quarterback. And this young defense needs to tough it up here a little bit. Best opportunity, one of the best opportunities they've had all ball game for Ottawa. First and 10 at the 30. Turn, handoff, Clevenger. He is rocked. Good play there up front. You hear those coaches across the way, maybe Brady Johnson, 6'1", 180-pound junior, coming in there making a big play. I talked with Coach about this on an interview earlier in the season about their success over the years. They've averaged about 10 wins a year for a long time. Or 9 wins a year. Well, that means you're in the playoffs year in and year out. That means this class, if they're juniors, for 3 years, they probably got 2 or 3 extra games. That's times 5 days of practice, 4 days of practice. You know, you're talking 20, 30 extra practices, plus getting an opportunity to play in the first half of a varsity game. Makes plays like that. What a great one. Coming up, filling the hole. Nice play there. That is Leighton Moore, who has had himself a really good ball game already when he's been in there. Comes in and fills the hole there and makes a stop. Not much happening on that one. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 here for Ottawa. 2:43 to play here in the first half. Wide receiver far side, trips to the near side. Shotgun for McCullough with Clevenger to his right. Rolling, near side, looking. Now he'll tuck it, and he will get rocked out of bounds, and a penalty flag going to be thrown in there as they come and had him down, and somebody came in and hit him up high. And I don't know who that's going to be on. It was not a real smart play there for Paola. Isaac Brackner was back into the ball game, starting linebacker. Was involved in that. I don't know if he was late hit, but somebody was involved. I think he was involved in that tackle for sure, but it's going to be a personal foul. It was going to be 4th down. They were going to go for it most likely, but it was going to be a 4th down. Instead, it'll be a 1st down after they mark off the penalty. Officials working it out.
Penalty against the Panthers.
Half the distance to the goal. So this will move them up. Oh, near the 12, 13-yard line when they mark it down. 13-yard line. Late hit's a big penalty. They're knocking on the door now. is Ottawa. See if this young defense can stiffen. Turn, handoff, Clevenger, hit. And driven back to Brackner there, along with, a moment ago I mentioned him, and Brady Johnson. And it's going to be a gain of about 1. On the carry by Clevenger. Minute 54 to play here in this first half. Call under center. Option, far side, trying to find his way. He was brought down. Good run, though, across the 10 up near the 8-yard line. Bassett's into the ball game back in there. Jake Carr is as well. We got starters for the most part back in. I was marking something down and must have missed the line change when we said, oh, let's put the more experienced guys in here, not try to let them get one in here before halftime. A good drive, though, for Ottawa. Started at their own 15-yard line, the 5-minute mark, 5:18 or so. And it has put together a nice drive 4 minutes into this one. Big late hit on a third down, kept it alive. Pass, looking to the corner, throw it up to the corner, poked out. It's not going to be a catch. That was in the hands of the intended receiver. He made the catch, but a late play by Sloan knocked it out of there. Nice job by Ryan Sloan to punch that ball out of there. And they're going to play 4th down. Not much he could do. The receiver did what he needed to do on that play, as it was a nice catch by Jose Richards, but just punched it out of his hands and took away a touchdown. They'll kick the field goal. Eight play. This will be the 9th play of this drive. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on its way, and he is a darn good kicker. And it's no good. He missed it, but boy, that thing could have been good from 40 or 50 yards out. I mean, he got all of it, but it does not go between the uprights, and so Paola going to get the ball back here with under a minute to play. That kicker, Reese Vogel, 6'1", 180. That's a good-sized dude to play kicker, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for Paola at their own 20-yard line. So they hold after the long drive. Starting offense is going to be out there. Brackner played guard. They pulled him out for playing guard earlier in the year. They're just going to take a knee on this one and take it to the house. They'll have to take one more knee most likely. See when they decide to wind that clock. You know, they'll have to take one more, and that'll be it. That's why they ran those extra guys out there. Well, we'll most likely, I believe, have a running clock in the second half of this one, as we'll talk about it. We'll recap this first half of the halftime show. Not a ton to talk about, but we'll do the best we can, and then get you ready for the second half, which should be a pretty quick-moving half of football. But a dominant performance here by a very good Paola football team. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll recap this first half and talk about it. Let you know where you can find us later on this week and next, or early next week and later next week, and get you ready for the second half of this one. It has been all Panthers tonight here on Paola Sports Live. 55-7 is your halftime score. We're back in a couple minutes. We'll talk about it. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible and dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Back at here at a halftime show. It is homecoming here for Ottawa, and so they're going through all their homecoming festivities. Social distancing, that's 5 yards. That's a long gap between them, so they'll go through all homecoming activity. Let's recap this first half as we let you know how we got to where we are. You see that score right there, 55-7 here at the halftime. Well, the first play of the game, Ottawa was going to take over and have the opening drive as they were, Paola won the toss, elected to defer, and so Ottawa had the drive to begin the game. They fumbled on the very first play from scrimmage. Paola would take over, and they didn't have a great drive to begin things either. They started at the Ottawa 26-yard line with that fumble. They had great field position, but could not punch it in, which was a surprise considering they, I think, scored on every drive other than that except for the first one and the last one of the first half. They go 4 plays, end up turning it over on downs. The first play of the game for Paola was a snap over the head of the quarterback, lost 14 yards, and that's not a great start. That's why they ended up turning it over on downs. Ottawa started throwing 21-yard line. They would eventually fake a punt and deep inside their own territory, turn it over on downs. The punt was not successful. The fake punt was not successful, and Paola would get it back at the Ottawa 20-yard line. Again, short field. They would make work of this one as they would go 3 plays, cap it off on a 3-yard touchdown run by Fletcher Audie as he would take it in, Point after was no good. A rare miss by Hyde. 8:46 to play in the first quarter. It was 6-0. Ottawa would start at their own 35-yard line with 8:46 to play as the ball was kicked out of bounds. They would have a couple of those, Fletcher Audie would, in the first half, and they would have to punt it away. It was a beautiful punt, a beautiful punt by Fogle. Very good kicker, punter and kicker. He's got a future, certainly. 65 yards and pinned them deep at their own 5-yard line, but Paola not real concerned. A 15-yard run by Giovanni Blackie, a 20-yard run by Brock Pitzer, pitch and catch, a pass completion by from Garrett Williams to Brock Pitzer, and then a 56-yard run by Garrett Williams just inside the 5-yard line. One play later, he plunges in from 4 yards out. Williams, a 4-yard touchdown. A 4-play, 95-yard, took 1:07 off the clock and capped it off on that run. Point after was good at 5:20 to play in the first quarter. It was 13-0. Ottawa would start at their own 21-yard line. 2 plays later, a fumble. And back to Paola at the Ottawa 30. 2 plays. This time it's Giovanni Blackie from 13 yards out. 4:36 to play in the first quarter. It's 20-0. Ottawa would start at their own 19-yard line with 4:31 to play. They didn't have a pretty good drive, actually. Put together a first down, move the chains. They would eventually have to punt, however. Paola would start at their own 36-yard line with 1:02 to play in the first quarter. On the very last play of the first quarter, Giovanni Blackie takes it 48 yards for a touchdown run. The point after was good, and at the end of one, it was 27-0. Ottawa would get it back, and they would have their best drive of the game and their only touchdown of the game to start the second quarter as a 43-yard touchdown run by quarterback Noah McCullough. With 10:57 to play in the first half, made it 27-6, but Paola would answer right back. They would start their own 37-yard line with 10:51 to play in the half, and a 63-yard run, a simple one, for Garrett Williams. Just pulled it and took it to the house and took it in 63 yards for a touchdown, made it 34-7. Ottawa would start their own 18-yard line, 10:32 to play. They would throw an interception, their third turnover of the first half. An interception by Brock Pitzer with 9:10 to play in the first half. Paola would start at the Ottawa 30-yard line. 2 plays later, it's Pitzer, this time offensively, taking it in from 11 yards out. There was a 14-yard run by Audie to get that drive started, and then Pitzer punches it in from 11 yards out. A point after was good, made it 41-6. Ottawa would start at their own 35-yard line with 8:22 to play in the first half. They would fumble it, and Paola would get it back at the Ottawa 35-yard line. 3 plays later, a 23-yard pitch and catch, a beauty from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson. Point after was good, made it 47-7. Ottawa would get it. They'd have to punt it away. That punt, they would end up getting scrambled out of there, not able to get a punt off, and then it would be a turnover on downs officially after that with 5:30 to play. 1 play later, a 10-yard touchdown run by Brock Pitzer would punch it in with 5:24 to play in the first half, make it 55-7. Ottawa put together their best drive, 9 plays, took over 4 minutes off the clock, but eventually have to kick a field goal. The field goal was no good, had plenty of distance, just missed it wide left, and then that would give it back with under a minute to play. Paola would take a knee twice, and we would go to this halftime break. They announced their homecoming king and all that festivities here inside the venue. We'll take another quick break. We come back, we'll take a look at our halftime stats when we return on the halftime show on Paola Sports Live.
Can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug. Your condition may get worse, or you may experience. Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug. Your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
So, what is love? Love is being independent.
Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the Drug Facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/Drug Facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Welcome back out here to Ottawa High School. BJ Harris, Corinne Harris here at halftime as the Paola Panthers lead by that score right there. The dance team getting ready to go out and do their thing as well. Let's take a look at our halftime stats. Special thanks to Mr. Hermrek, or Russ Hermrek, for doing his stats and sending those over to us. That is a nice addition to the broadcast that I've never had before in my career, except when I was in the college ranks. So very nice. Appreciate you, Russ. Thanks for doing that. It was Garrett Williams having a pretty good first half passing the game, 4 of 5 through the air. It's a better efficiency. He was 4 of 10 last week against Tonganoxie. So 4 of 5 for 75 yards, 74 yards, and a touchdown. And then rushing, Giovanni Blackie, 8 carries, 111 yards, and a 2-touchdown game so far. Garrett Williams, 5 carries, 109 yards, a 63-yard run, his long of the game, and 2 touchdowns. Brock Pitzer, 2 carries, 21 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Fletcher Oddie, 4 carries, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving, Bo Robinson has a touchdown, 2 catches, 41 yards. And Brock Pitzer, 2 catches for 33 yards. On the other side of things, Aaron Clevenger on the ground for them, 17 carries. So he's been getting the rock, only 24 yards, averaging less than 2 yards per carry. He does have a 14-yard carry. Take that out, he would have 23 carries and 3 yards. That's not great. And Noah McCullough, 10 carries for 80 yards. He had that touchdown run, a 43-yarder as well. So the quarterback doing his work. And then receiving-wise, 1 catch for Colin Creech for 16 yards, 1 catch for Aaron Clevenger for 6 yards. And then in the passing game, quarterback Noah McCullough, 2 for 7 for 22 yards and no touchdowns. Team-wise, 19 attempts for Paola for 272 yards, 28 attempts for 103 yards for the Cyclones. 4 turnovers in that first half for Ottawa as well, probably the biggest stat of all of them right now. We'll take another quick break. We'll come back. We'll let you know where to find us next week and preview that matchup and get you ready for the second half of this one. This is the Halftime Show. You're watching it on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call us at
913-247-3530.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Back out here to Ottawa High School, 55-7 here at halftime. BJ Harris along with you. Alongside me is Q Harris. And Corinne, it's National Daughters Day. Did you know that? We did. We talked about that, took a picture. So happy to be here on National Daughters Day. What more of a daughter thing to do than Corinne at about 2 o'clock this afternoon? I said, hey, we're going to go. It's going to be outside. It's going to be hot, but it's going to get cold when the sun goes down, right? Did I say that? So grab a jacket. Well, right now I'm freezing because it is a little cold and it's certainly breezy because you have my jacket. That's on National Daughters Day, nothing more than to loan your jacket because I brought mine because I know it was going to be cool. And despite telling you that it was going to be cold, you don't listen to me. And here we are. I'm freezing and you're quite cozy over there. A jacket that fits you and acts as pants as well. So congratulations, reminding me of the joys of fatherhood, certainly here tonight. It's halftime here on this one. Make sure you join us coming up. You don't have a microphone, which means I can talk to you and about you all night long, and you can't respond, which is my favorite part of all this. Make sure to join us coming up next week. There's a little mistake there, but we will be on action next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday, the 29th, a duel with Piper. We did our first volleyball a couple of weeks ago. It was awesome. And really looking forward to it. It would have been better. Just a really good ball game. Great match. Just came up a little bit short in that one. We'll see if they can get one against Piper. And then football next week. That should be a good one. I looked them up today. Wamego are this week. Red Raiders, I believe, is the mascot for them. Wamego, that's a non-conference matchup as they come into Paola. Pretty good football team, pretty competitive, should be a lot of fun, and then follow that up with Piper, which is a really good team as well. So I think we got some back-to-back contests. Really no real easy outs football-wise from this point on the season. And so I encourage you to catch us for volleyball coming up on Tuesday, and then for football coming up next Friday as we welcome in Wamego. Some halftime scores coming your way. A good one just up the road a little bit, up the interstate, is Gardner Edgerton and Mill Valley. A surprising one there. Mill Valley has been dominant. Mill Valley fell in a tough one to one of the top teams in Class 7A in Arkansas, Bentonville High, a big high school. I think Bentonville High is the biggest high school in Arkansas, and one of the top-ranked teams, and a 1 point, I think, or 2 point victory for Bentonville over Mill Valley last week. And now Gardner Edgerton up by 2 at halftime, 21-19. Trying to find some other ones of local interest for you. Known from the immediate area on my resource I have here. Well, one actually, I may have reported that one had on the same one, the second quarter score, Mill Valley 21, Gardner Edgerton 19, and then the other one had a halftime score of Gardner Edgerton 21, Mill Valley 19. So don't print that one in the papers. Baser Linwood 21-20 over St. James Academy at halftime in that one. Lansing 21 and DeSoto 19. Lansing in the top rankings, and you never know. Lansing not one of those perennial powerhouses, but one that if they get a win over DeSoto, they're for real for sure. Santa Fe Trail, we saw that bus on the way up to Osawatomie. On our way here, 13-6 over Osawatomie. Wamego, the team we'll see next week, 21-0 right now over Atchison at halftime. And Lewisburg was leading Piper 14-6 in the second quarter. The last update we have there, again, that's on our sister channel, Lewisburg Sports Live. So a good one between those two teams. So those are some of your area scores here at halftime. We'll take another quick break. We come back. Second half coming your way next, right here on Paola Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
To follow up on Daughter's Day, which is kind of like Dad's Day, in fine father fashion, I did say the wind would die down when the sun went down, and I was wrong. I'll take that one. If the wind wasn't blowing, it may not be quite as cool up here without sleeves on, but sleeves are just a arm reach away. $55-7. This has been all Paola here tonight in this one by a lot. Most likely have a running clock in the second half. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's home team's option. I don't know if that's a conference decision. I regret that I don't know exactly how that's determined, but we're going to find out here pretty quickly how that goes. Kicker's been a good one here, and he's going to kick that one's going to be well fielded, though, at the 20-yard line. Center return there for Isaac Myers. He'll return it up to about the 32-yard line, and that's where Paola will start this one. They do stop the clock to start this drive. Now they will wind it. Official wound that clock. It was stopped for a second. And so they'll start at their own 33-yard lines where they're putting it down. So 1st and 10 from the 33. We'll see the starters probably on this opening drive, and then I don't expect to see much of them the rest of the ball game. We'll see how things go here on this first one. Turn, handoff. Audie rumbling forward, and he's going to have about 5 yards on first down as he gets across the 35 up near. So we'll give him officially a gain of 4 on the run by Audie. They'll send Blackie in motion. Turn, handoff, big hole, left side. Audie, stiff arm, still on his feet across midfield. Just a big fella, just a load to bring down. It's going to be a gain of about 15 yards, maybe 16 when they put it down across the 50 up near the 47-yard line. And so Fletcher Audie, a 15, 16-yard carry. So they'll put Pitzer in motion as he'll come near side. They'll turn handoff again to the big fella, stumbling forward, and Fletcher loves it. You can just tell by his body language. He's like, just keep feeding me. Just keep feeding me. He is Strong bottom half. He'll keep those feet driving. That's a 9-yard run. It's been all 2-5 here on this drive so far. Start at their own 33-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Williams will get under center. Turn, handoff. This time Blackie cuts back against the grain. Still on his feet. He'll cut back against, mixes up the defender into the end zone. Touchdown. A 38-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie. And he's got a couple already on the night. And he'll add to that score, 61-7 here in this 3rd quarter with the point after forthcoming. That was a nice cutback against the defender about 20 yards into that run that kept it. It should have probably been brought down right there. Hyde to kick it. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on its way, and it is good. And so with 9-10 and counting here in this 3rd quarter, a 38-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie makes it 62-7. We'll keep it right here. Again, I know I just mentioned it on the halftime show, but now that we're back at it for regularly scheduled programming, that we'll be back in action on Tuesday with volleyball as the volleyball team welcomes in the Piper Pirates. And we'll be back on Friday with Wamego Red. Red Raiders, I believe. I got to look that up. So, Paola to kick it away. Red Raiders. I was right. Trust your gut, Harris. 7:40 to play in the 3rd quarter. Running clock. Field at the 16-yard line. Near side return for Creech, and he'll be brought down. Across the 30, up near the 31-yard line is where they'll put this one down for Ottawa. We'll have wide receivers to each side, wings to each side. McCullough will be under center with Clevenger the tailback. Straight drop, looking to throw. Flushed, now pressure. Carr, he'll just be lucky to get that one out of his hands before he gets struck by Jake Carr. Good coverage as well. Pass intended by number 6, Reese Vogel, the kicker, out there as a wide receiver as well, and it'll be incomplete on the first play from scrimmage. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 10. Two wide receivers far side, 2 to the near side. So they spread it back out. Clevenger, hands on his knees to the left of McCullough. And a play stopped. False start. Or legal procedure against Ottawa. So this will back them up 5 yards. It'll back them up to the 26-yard line. Second down and 15. Here for Ottawa. They'll go with the tailback. He'll go under center this time on McCullough. Again, I just think they just try to do too much. Straight drop, looking down the field, lets it fly. In coverage is Myers, nearly caught though. That was a well-thrown ball and an opportunity certainly for Fogel, just couldn't quite reel it in. And it will bring up a 3rd down and 15 now for Ottawa. Yeah, they'll have lost their 3 losses, well over 150 points to 7 if they don't get one other one here before this, and multiple formations, spreading things out all over the field. I mean, you do what you know. I know that. Coaches tend to do that, but sometimes you got to keep it a little more simple. Pressure coming right up the middle by Moore. They run away from it. That's a good play call against that blitz. He's going to catch and turn the corner. Can he turn it enough? It's not for lack of athletes. Ottawa's got some guys. That was a really nice run by McCullough. I think he's going to be close to a first down. He's going to be close to a 15 yards that he needed. I think he got it. He did. A 16-yard run perhaps on the run. That's a nice play there by McCullough. They haven't ran him a lot tonight, but it's across the 40 up near the 43-yard line, and so that's a nice run on a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 15. They pick up about 17. It gets a first down. It's exactly what they needed right there, and that's just a pretty simple play, but very well executed, well blocked, and they ran it away from the blitz, which helped with the numbers on that extra level. Now they go trips near side, one receiver far side. Option near side, pressure coming. Johnson was back there. They don't get him. And then hit and brought down after a nice run there again by McCullough. Good tackle. This kid's going to be a player for Paola. I do believe he looks the part, that's for sure. And that's Caden Ramey. Already is a pretty good player, but Ramey, 6 foot 200. He stands out, number 44, on that far side. With some size of just a junior. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. And Clevenger to the left of McCullough. Turn, handoff. Clevenger tripped on his quarterback a little bit. Wasn't able to really get his feet going. And so they maybe let him get a yard on the carry by Clevenger. So bring up a 3rd and short 4, long 3. Two to the far side, 3 to the far side. So run Creech out there in the slot, closest to the line. 1 receiver near side. Vogel's in that middle position. Option, kick it. Clevenger on the dirt. No dirt. Ball squibbing around, fumble, and it's the 5th turnover of the ball game for Ottawa as it's recovered by Leighton Moore. And that option hit Clevenger in the hands and just didn't quite get it reeled in. Tough break for them. 2:17 to play in the 3rd quarter. And Paola's going to have the ball just on the other side of midfield at the 47-yard line. And this will be likely the final drive of the 3rd quarter. Again, running clock due to the lopsided score. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Toss sweep near side. New guys in the ball game all around, trying to pick his way, rumbling forward. It's going to be a good gain on the carry for Paola. Cutter Mead, 5'9", 150-pound sophomore running back on that play. On the toss sweep, it's a good gain of about 11 yards, I think. For a first down, remove the chains. Sloan is in at quarterback for them. Mead will be the tailback. Wide receiver near side, 2 to the far side. Toss sweep, Mead. Mishandled it. Lucky, maybe they'll fall on it. We'll see if the Cyclones got in there to get that one. And I think they did. They did. Recovered on that play for Ottawa. So we exchanged the ball back. Tossed it out there. Mead, coming in cold. You haven't played this entire game. Toss it to you and just kind of hit his hands and rolled off and onto the ground. And we've seen plenty of that here tonight. 5 turnovers from Ottawa. It's just the first turnover of the ball game for Paola. Oh, I wish I had a jacket. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Calm down. I'm not kidding, but I am. Clevenger to his left. McCullough and that about 4 yards deep. Put it in the belly of Clevenger and nothing doing. All over him. a host of Panthers, but led by the big fella, number 71, Dylan Miller, 5'9", 245-pound senior, getting in there and making that tackle. And it's one of the good things at the end of the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. I'll come back and finish that thought. After 3, it's been all Paola, 62-7. We're back in 1 minute on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
$62-7 is your score. And what I was saying was when you are Paola and you have those long runs, you built that depth. And you've built that depth over the years. You have an opportunity to have a JV squad that can come in and kind of pick up right where they left off. I remember, a long time ago, 2004, Pittsburgh State had a football team that was one of the most amazing teams in the country, one of the most proficient and just one of the best offenses ever. And their second team would have won the conference. Their second team could come into games and just keep pouring it on teams. It was tough because on the road you only travel about 2 people anyway, so you just keep adding to the score. And that's kind of what he's got here defensively. Hopefully kind of hold the line a little bit. Option near side. Ramey trying to keep that outside edge. Turn McCullough back, but a good run. Boy, the kid's getting going a little bit. And a nice carry there by McCullough of 14 yards on that carry. And it will move the chains into Paola Panther territory. But again, there's the valuable time that Paola gets when they have a lopsided game like this to build that depth, give varsity experience. It's lopsided certainly, but it's still varsity experience, and it'll build on itself in the future. Toss sweep far side Clevenger. Good. Getting off a block on that far side, and I think it's Pitzer coming up making a stick for Paola. And that's not Pitzer, it's 30, not 20. And a nice tackle there for Paola. On the 30 on the roster I have, so I apologize to that young man and his family that might be watching. Good tackle, though. Very good tackle. Getting off a block, keep your shoulders low. Got the brunt of it a little bit, too. Gain of 2 on the carry by Clevenger. Turn, handoff. And Clevenger again going to fall forward maybe for a yard. It will bring up a 3rd down and long. Pass from McCullough. Lets it fly. Ooh, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. And they bring up a 4th down here for Ottawa. I would suspect they'll go for this. Again, running clock here in this 4th quarter. Fourth down and 6. I can hear that. Kind of starters on that far side for Paola cheering on the backup defense. There's still some contributors in there, but starters rather. Actually, I think it's all backups right now. And they want to see them get off the field on 4th down. Probably a punt, quick kick perhaps. No, McCullough going to keep looking. Lets it throw over the middle. He's got his man, and he makes the catch. That's Clevenger. He's got the first down, I believe, across the 35-yard line. It's a good gain. It'll be an 11, 12-yard pickup on the pass. That was had plenty of time and completed on the pass. That was a nice executed play there by Ottawa. Well done to keep that drive alive on 4th down and long. They convert 12-yard pickup to Clevenger, and it'll be 1st and 10. 2 wings, wide receivers each side, balanced here with Clevenger the tailback. Turn, option, near side. Keep it, McCullough. Bottled up, Ramey. Tracked down from behind as well. A couple of guys in there for the Panthers. Brody Stewart, along with Jonathan Earlywine. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Paola turned it over on downs in the first drive, then scored on every drive up until they took knees at the end of the first half. And they made quick work here of this one, but Ottawa's kept the football for quite a bit of time here in this second half. Pitch and catch over to Fogle. Completed. It's not going to get a whole lot of yardage, but it will gain a couple. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Ends up just being about a 1-yard gain, maybe 1.5 yard up to the 28-yard line. 27-yard line. 1 wide receiver far side, 1 to the near side. 2 wings. Fogle's the wing to the near side. Creech to the other side. Clevenger the fullback. Turn, handoff, quick hitter there for Clevenger. Nice dive play on 3rd and 4. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down, probably a 5-yard pickup on that run by Clevenger. Coming up on the 9th play of this drive. Paola had a opportunity to score the very first time they touched the ball. They went 4 plays, scored. They've only ran 5 plays in this half offensively. Have the Panthers. 5 offensive plays. 6 minutes to go in the game. 6 plays. On the 6th one, they fumbled on that 2nd drive. Toss, option, near side for Clevenger. Bubbled out. Ramey's there. He brings him down. We hunted him and brought him down. Did Caden Ramey, the 6', 200-pound junior. And it's a loss on the play of about a yard. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 11. And so 2nd down. Inside 6 minutes to go in this ball game. 3 wide receivers far side, 1 near side. He's like that middle receiver, Fogle, here of late. He's got man right on him. Snapped over his head. McCullough's going to track this one back, and he's just going to fall on to keep the drive alive. He probably could have picked it up and tried to do something, but who knew? All the way back beyond. Paola started the game with a snap like that. And really one of the few miscues they've had tonight. A couple of penalties probably you wouldn't want to have. A late hit was one that kept a drive alive, but they were able to survive that one. All the way back to the 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and a long way. Up 29. No, they have 36. I don't think it's 36. I think it's about 29 yards. 3rd and 29. He's going to scramble and try to keep this one going. So bring up 4th down and a long, long way. Ball will be at the 35-yard line. So let's do the math here. To the 25, 10, 15, be 20, about 24 yards. Yeah, there it is, 4th and 24. They corrected on the scoreboard. What's the difference? What's 24 or 37? I mean, really. We'll see, I guess, here in a moment. Fourth down, and he went over his head. Oof. McCullough going to try to scramble. There's a Probably a block in the back. They're not going to give him that, and that's fine. He's going to go out of bounds. It'll be turnover. They'll lose a bunch of yards, and the defense is going to hold. A couple of miscues, though. And it was over their head, and he runs it out of bounds. Lost some more yardage, and the clock will continue to tick. That was a 12-play drive, but end up turning it over on downs. And now Paola will get it back. With what will likely be the final drive of this ball game. Here was 62-7 your score. One wide receiver near side, two to the far side. Toss, sweep, Sloan. Outside for Leighton Moore. Moore going to rip down from behind, rip down hard to the ground. And will he get up? He does. Not as gingerly as you would have liked. Or actually gingerly, not as swiftly as you'd have liked. It's a gain of about 6 on the run. Leighton Moore. He'll get a fair share of his carries a year from now, for sure. Sloan looks to be the heir apparent to Garrett Williams. We'll see. Toss sweep far side. Moore makes that catch, barely forward, and he's going to be held just shy of the sticks, I believe. We'll see where they spot the ball on that far side. I think he's going to be just short. Needed to get to the 44. And we'll see where they end up marking this one down. Yeah. Near side official has it. They put it just behind that. Just going to be third down. It was a very good spot by the official to get that forward progress, but not enough for the first down. Right on. This is a crew that's worked multiple college football games. Oh, my goodness, coming in there in a hurry. See if he can get it. The penalty flag comes in. He's going to have the first down. We'll see what the penalty flag is on the carry by Gus Wright. He would have enough for the. I think he would have enough yardage for it, but it's going to be a face mask against Ottawa, so it shouldn't matter anyways. So the face mask, they'll mark that off. They stop the clock for this penalty to be marked off. And it will be up to the 29-yard line. So the youngsters trying to punch one in perhaps here. Minute 34 and counting. Toss sweep near side. Trying to pick his way. Multiple guys getting an opportunity. Ball came out loose. They're going to say he was down. Or say he was down on the ball carry there by Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor, 5'10", 160-pound sophomore, getting a carry there. He'll get a good one, a gain of about 8 yards on the run by Taylor. And it'll be second down and 3. So we approach the 1-minute mark in this one. Wide receiver near side, one to the far side. Sloan going to let that play clock tick down as low as he possibly can. We're under a minute now here in this one. And that'll be it. They're just going to take a knee. Well, we did most of that recap of the first half at halftime. And not much happened after that. A couple of fumbles by each team. No scores, and except for one, I guess. The Paola did score on the first drive of the game of the second half. And that would make it 62-7 on a 38-yard run by Giovanni Blackie. That's all that really happened in that second half. A couple of long drives, but never resulting in anything. One a fumble and another turnover on downs by Ottawa. And so that's how we will end this ball game, 62-7. Not much to talk about in a post-game show. We probably won't have one. Do want to remind you then to join us coming up next week. Here's a look at that fall schedule. Volleyball on Tuesday as we bring you the Panthers against the Pirates on Tuesday. Be sure to join us for that one. And then Friday against Wamego. You get a chance to see that ball game as well. And then football against Piper. You see the rest of that. We got one more volleyball duel after this week, and then a boys soccer match coming up on the 15th at Spring Hill. Should be a good one. And then wrap it up, and then I fully expect to see some good playoff football as well. Again, don't forget, if you want to join us, get a part of this, and get your business in front of a lot of viewers. We've had tremendous support on the viewership side, be sure to look us up online at paolasportslive.com. It's going to do it for us. Final score 62-7 here in this one as the Paola Panthers move to 4-0 on the year. They will maintain in the top 5 in Class 4A, and we'll be back at it a week from tonight as they welcome in the Red Raiders of Wamego. For my camera operator, Corinne Harris, I'm BJ Harris saying good night from Ottawa. The Panthers remain unbeaten, and you got to see it tonight right here on your new home for Paola Panther Athletics, Paola Sports Live. You've been watching Panther Athletics on Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.